Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has thanked everyone who has helped push through the €89 billion US military aid package adopted on Saturday. An Israeli airstrike on a house in Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah killed at least 13 people, 6 of them children. Residents of 4 Serb-majority municipalities in northern Kosovo are casting their votes on whether to remove their ethnic Albanian mayors from office. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has thanked everyone who has been fighting so hard for the US military aid package adopted on Saturday. €57 billion from the €89 billion package will go to Ukraine and help the country's military to bulk up their assets and defenses in the face of Russia's continued aggression.
Пакет американської підтримки, за яке так ми боролися, і дуже вагомий пакет, який відчують і наші воїни на передовій, наші міста і села, які потерпають від російського терору. Дякую кожному і кожній, хто підтримав наш пакет. Це рішення для захисту життя.
Ursula von der Leyen said Ukraine deserves all the support it can get against Russia. NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg praised the continued bipartisan support for Ukraine. Russia criticised the passing of the bill, saying the military aid would serve to exacerbate global crises. At least 14 Palestinians were killed in a major raid by Israel Defense Forces in the West Bank near the city of Tulkarm. The IDF and border police claim to have killed at least 10 gunmen and captured 8. An Israeli airstrike on a house in Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah on Saturday killed at least 13 people, 6 of them children. Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu condemned US sanctions on the IDF after a report surfaced claiming the Biden administration is set to blacklist the IDF's Netzer Yehuda for alleged human rights abuses in Gaza. Netanyahu faces continued challenges by opposition forces who are demanding his resignation, early elections, and a dramatic change to Israel's war policy to bring back the hostages still held in Gaza. Israeli sources say that 129 people are still being held in captivity, including the bodies of at least 34 dead. Residents of 4 Serb-majority municipalities in northern Kosovo are casting their votes on whether to remove their ethnic Albanian mayors from office. It follows last year's mayoral elections, which were overwhelmingly boycotted by ethnic Serbs as part of a campaign for greater autonomy. The referendum, supported by the West, aims at diffusing tensions between the neighbouring countries who are both vying to join the EU. Kosovo's main ethnic Serb party, which has close ties with Belgrade, has called for a boycott of this latest ballot. Some 46,500 residents are expected to vote in 47 polling stations. For the mayors to step down, a majority vote is needed. Kosovo was a former Serbian province until a 78-day NATO bombing campaign in 1999 ended a war between Serbian government forces and ethnic Albanian separatists in Kosovo. Nearly 3,000 people in southern Russia have been evacuated after a nearby river flooded. The Tobol flows from neighbouring Kazakhstan and has been suffering from its worst flooding in decades recently. Water levels in the city of Kurgan on Thursday surpassed the previous record set in 1994. These have now started to fall slowly, but authorities warn a real peak is expected in the coming days. Citizens and authorities in the Kurgan region are working together to build new dams and to strengthen existing defences.
Snowstorms have caused chaos on Bavarian motorways. 10 centimetres of snow along with slippery roads pose danger to drivers, many of whom had already switched to their summer tyres. There were a few accidents on the road, though most were minor. Police were on duty to regulate traffic.